मैं क्राइम रिपोर्टर हूँ।
जागृति पाठक।
Hello and welcome to Z News Online, and just now we saw this trailer of an amazing thriller series by Hansal Mehta starring Karishma Tanna, Harman Baweja and a line of amazing actors. A series on the life of Jigna Vora, a journalist who was accused of murdering her own fellow journalist. How true is this story? What is actually the right things that happened behind the camera? What all actually happened is what we will see in this story. And today we have the lead star cast and the showrunner Hansal Mehta, Karishma Tanna and Harman Baweja with us. A big welcome, sir. Big welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. So I would like to start the interview with Hansal, sir. So sir, I would like to ask you, what pushed you to make a story or make a series on such a controversial topic?
I don't know. I don't think stories by nature are controversial. It is a perception of the story that makes it controversial. I found so this is a series that is based on a book by Jigna Vora, which chronicles her times in jail, the months that she spent in Baikala jail. So that was the starting point of this series. You know, I wanted to look at the story of this woman as this ambitious journalist, and what led to this kind of a journey, this kind of a downfall, this fall from grace, you know, from being somebody so ambitious, somebody, you know, on the rise, and suddenly this fall from grace. What makes the reporter the reported? So for me, it was not about any controversy. I am not somebody who really does things for sensationalizing or controversy. For me, a story is about compelling characters, about engaging with the audience in telling tales of our times about people that we would otherwise ignore, people that we would otherwise not bother to know much about. So I thought this was a tale worth telling, and that is why I chose this subject. I mean, it is a tale of our post-truth times, you know, where the lines between truth and the perceived truth and the forced truth are completely blurred. So no one knows what is true, and I think that's why it was important to tell this story.
Thank you, sir. So Karishma, I would like to ask you, you are playing the lead character of Jagriti Pathak, the journalist who was later accused of a murder, then you spend your time in jail and everything. How was your experience playing this role? It's a very powerful role, it's a very powerful woman you're playing. How did it empower you as a human being, and what do you want to say about the role you're playing?
My experience in the show was very good. Every stage, every scene was a very learning experience for me. You know, I gained a lot of knowledge about journalism.
Right.
I have a lot of respect for the media now. I have a lot of respect for all the journalists, especially crime reporters, because now I know what is it to be on the field. Now I know what is it to be on the top, and you know, finding the scoop, getting approved by the editor. It's like a tedious job, you know.
Right.
So scene by scene, I mean, my entire journey of scoop was outstanding, very overwhelming. There was a sense of pride. Big responsibility that I'm doing a very important role in the whole series, and very thankful to Hansal sir that I've got this show.
So Harman, you are coming back to the screens after a really long time. How do you feel about your role as JCP Shroff? What do you want to say about the role, and do you think this is the perfect opportunity for a comeback for you?
Well, I think, you know, I'll start the other way around. I'll start with your last question first.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think, would I call it a perfect opportunity? I would say, yeah. You know, I think for me, I'm a very instinctive guy. You know, so when things happen, then they must be, you know, they must mean to happen. You know, I think, you know, with a great subject like we have, obviously with, you know, Hansal helming, you know, the show, it just makes life much easier, because you know you're in extremely safe hands. So you know you can play around a little bit, and then there's someone to kind of just bring you back in where it's required. So yeah, I'm obviously excited. It's been over a decade since I've actually, you know, pursued this aspect of my life, and I'm very thankful and happy and excited.
So what can fans expect from JCP Shroff after What's Your Rashi and Love Story 2050? Now
nothing that they've seen
you?
before. Because I find it hard to kind of see myself like this sometimes, like when I, you know, when the trailers come out, or when I see a still, you know, I look at it and I find it hard to relate to that, because even that's not, you know, it's a character that I'm playing. Obviously, it's not me. But yeah, I think it's something so uniquely different. You know, if I may, you know, it was very hero centered back in the day.
Right.
It's more character centered now. Like not more. I think it's entirely character centered. So which is what excites me. You know,
even
kind
more.
of, yeah, for sure.
Right.
So here you're seeing, you know, you're seeing Harman Baweja the actor now.
Right.
So this is the birth of Harman Baweja the actor. So
And thank you for that, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
no, thank you for to Harman for agreeing to do this. You know, it's difficult. You started your life as an actor with certain ambitions, with certain aspirations. You set out to follow a career path. Things did not work out. Happens with all of us. We had paths crossing each other at a very early stage in our lives.
Yeah.
Things didn't work out for either of us. But to sort of intersect at this stage in our life, where you know, we have nothing to lose and only everything to gain, was great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you. Once again.
So, sir, I would like to ask you, I watched the series, I watched all your films. Your movies, your series are very unfiltered. You put the perception of yours, you put the world as it is, you put everything very unfiltered. How do you get this inspiration? You never put up extra glam, you never put up extra sort of things in your movies or series. Even in Scoop, the newsroom is shown as it is, like really, we know that. The party scenes, everything is so relatable, everything is so unfiltered. How do you get this inspiration, sir?
It's not inspired. I think I'm inspired by life, and you know, and I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. All I want to do is to tell the story with authenticity and honesty, and I think the result of that, you know, and also, I mean, there's a team of people working who have done meticulous research to be able to get this right. You know, I am enjoying the fruits of all the labor of so many talented people, and you know, taking in all the praise single-handedly. But yeah, it's a group of people who are working towards that common vision to make it as authentic and as real as possible. I want the audience to be immersed in the world that I am creating. I want them to be part of that world. I don't want them to see it. See, there are two ways of watching any piece of fiction, you know, whether it's a film, whether it's a series. One is where you see it from a distance, where you see it as a piece of entertainment, as a fantasy that unfolds in front of you. Or one is where you become part of the world, you're sort of thrown into the world of that. And so I like to do the other thing. I like to put you into that world, like to make you feel like these people are part of your family. So their flaws, their goodness, everything becomes you know, your part of you. It becomes your almost as if somebody in your family has those flaws, as if somebody in your family has that goodness. So the pride, the shame, everything becomes yours. The character's journey becomes your journey.
So Karishma, you're playing a single mom who's a journalist, who's working 24/7, who puts everything secondary but her life, but her work, right? How was the rush? How did you feel playing a journalist? How was the rush, the excitement and everything? Then the other half of the series, you're in Baikala. How was all this experience? What did you learn? How empowered did you feel? How much you felt being Jagruti Pathak?
When I was first offered this script, this role, I was very, very nervous. I was like, will I be able to pull it off, you know, because it's a very strong role, you know.
Absolutely.
As an actor, you want to do a lot of things in life, but when you get it, you feel very overwhelmed and you have like a lot of emotions and thoughts in your mind that how will you be able to play this role? Will I be able to, you know, give what my director wants? So all these questions come in your mind. But as in when, I think I will give this credit to Hansal sir also. He didn't, you know, restrict me in playing the way I wanted to play. You know, we had the liberty. He didn't put anything in one box and said that this is the character and this is how we're supposed to play. I could play with my emotions anyhow, you know. I just had to ask him that, what do you want? And he just said that you just feel the character, you just feel the role and you just play it. And yes, it was very, very challenging, you know, emotionally very taxing, emotionally very deep. You know, we had a newsroom set up where, you know, everybody is talking all technical words and all that. So it was difficult for me in the start. Then I got the hang of it. And then the jail sequence when I was in the jail, that was very emotionally draining for me because my fellow actors, you know, the jail, the ambience was so deep and so dark that I actually felt that I am in the jail playing the role. So it was very, very emotionally challenging for me. I mean, I learned a lot, you know, as an actor also, like how an ambitious woman is in the newsroom, how she is a Gujarati middle-class family girl, how she has so many ambitions in life, how she's as a mother with her mother also and with the son also, and when she's in the jail, how she is. So I got to learn and I got to see a lot of graph in the character, and while playing also I was learning a lot.
So Harman, you like came back after a really long time, and I'm pretty sure your fans are very excited to see you back. That was very much obvious when the trailer was launched and everybody was excited to see you. But how did it feel to you? Were you nervous? Like, because you had it's almost like a burden coming back after so long, delivering after so long. How was all the rush? How was all the burden? How did you feel? Did you feel a little overwhelmed?
Honestly, no. I've actually never been so relaxed and easy on a film set ever. You know, and I think that actually goes out for you know, the entire team. Obviously, you know, starting with Hansal, but to all the co-actors we worked with, you know, to Pratham, our DOP, to everyone. I think everyone on set just kind of makes you feel so comfortable. And you know, it's like one of those things. It just felt very like, should I say easy, or is that a wrong word to say? I won't say easy because I mean there was a lot of work that went behind it.
It was quite.
It just happened. Like it was relaxed. I would say it was a little more. I enjoyed it. Let's just say this. You know, I've enjoyed doing whatever I've done in the past, but it comes with its own, you know, stress levels. It comes with its own. Like when you talk about burden, I actually feel the least amount of burden on this one. The burden's here.
How nice.
You know, the burden's on him, it's not on me. Then the burden's on her. And then somewhere down the pecking order is me. So I'm kind of relaxed on this one thing, you know, let them go make their centuries and I'll hit the slog overs and take it home. You know, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So any anecdote I would like to really know, because it's a very serious show, it's a very serious series, but I'm pretty sure they must have, like, you guys must have some of the fun on the set. So any anecdote you guys would like to share from the sets? I'm sure you must have any other story. I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean, honestly, around me, everyone's very well behaved.
Really?
No.
Look at Karishma's reaction, that says it all.
I mean, I don't know.
Well behaved?
Yeah, which is rare. But no, I think we just had a really good time on set, honestly. I mean, anecdote as such.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I mean, besides the fact that half the time they spoke in Gujarati and you didn't understand whether. At least they thought that we didn't understand, whereas we understood everything.
तो सीख ली होगी इतने टाइम में?
हाँ नहीं,
कुछ नहीं सीखा.
कुछ नहीं सीखा.
Translate please is the answer we get from him.
I understand. Right now you spoke something in the corridor
So
and I caught
there's
it.
something that is there in the show. I will let people search for it. You will see Pratik Gandhi in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
I
spot
did.
him.
Oh.
You spot Pratik Gandhi in the show.
You just made a revelation.
But
Actually, he's done it
whoever
for the-
finds it, whoever finds Pratik Gandhi in the show will get
I'm waiting for this part.
the 7th episode of Scoop Free.
Oh boy. We are actually, my next question was that only, that the franchise you've started, sir, what can your fans, like this first season, I'm pretty sure is going to be a blockbuster. And like when I finished, I was like, no, I need one more episode, just one more episode. It was, I was literally on the edge of my chair, yeah?
What if I give you 2 more?
Please do, sir. But I'm really asking, you literally ended the first season on such a hard note, on such a suspenseful note. What can fans expect from the
first season? You've seen 4 episodes of the first season.
Right.
There are 2 more episodes to go.
Okay.
So that completes
6 episodes for the
Jagrati
first
Pathak's story. We are hoping to take this forward as a franchise. There will be different stories, but more of that when we actually do something concrete about it. Right now, the focus is on season 1.
Okay. So, sir, the next question is generally from all 3 of you. So, a strong woman is always considered a threat. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? First, I would really like to ask sir about this.
Yeah, I mean, that is, you've seen that at the workplace, you know.
Right.
So, so it's also, if you see in the show, in her character, you see it happening to her. A strong woman being perceived as a threat. You see the other character played by Ira Dubey, and you know, constantly her promotion is seen as something that is not based on merit, that she slept with somebody to rise to the top. So you know, years and years of patriarchy have led us to this point where a woman's progress is not seen as meritorious. A woman's aspirations are not seen as aspirations. You know, they are not equal. You know, that's why you see so much disparity in aspiration, in ambition, in merit, in compensation, in value. So yeah, you know, we've tried to make that small point through the show. And, you know, a strong woman is considered a threat, and we should stop doing that. We should stop thinking of them as a threat and recognize the fact that they are collaborators, that they are part of the same universe that all of us belong to.
Your thoughts on the same, sir?
Well, I mean, I think in life in general, you're always threatened by something that will displace you. So if you're threatened by a strong woman, that kind of answers why you're threatened by a strong woman. You know, because she will displace you.
Absolutely. And you are playing the strong women in the series, and you've done an amazing job. I must congratulate you for that. What are your thoughts on this statement?
I would say now things are changing. You know, like we are really evolving. I mean, in today's world, there are a lot of women who are now, you know, out there working and very strong. And I think even everybody's mindset is changing, I feel. You know, I'm working with a lot of directors who are female, a lot of writers who are females, and they are out there, they are very talented. And I think the mindset is totally changing. So I'm happy about it. It's evolving.
Of course.
I think as storytellers, it's our job to help in that shift in mindset, you know. So by telling these stories, we are hoping that, you know, every little shift, you know, changes the world in some way.
So, sir, concluding the interview, I would like to ask, you've shown how media is, how cops are, how journalism is. Media is considered the 4th pillar of democracy. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. You know, for me, in a democracy, the media and the judiciary, they keep a democracy alive. These are the 2 institutions. So any one institution, if it shakes up, if it gets corrupted or does not, you know, if there's a shift in that institution, democracy is affected very badly. So yeah, I mean, I have great faith in the judiciary. I also have faith in the media, and I only feel that the media needs to have faith in itself, because media has the power to change, media has the power to influence, and they need to exercise that power more in today's times.
Great, thank you so much for your time, you all, and we are really looking forward to Scoop. I'm pretty sure that the franchise is going to be a blast, and we are really waiting for more episodes and more seasons of the series. Thank you so much. We were in conversation with Hansal Mehta, Karishma Tanna and Harman Baweja, the lead cast and showrunner of upcoming series Scoop. Scoop is releasing on Netflix on June 2nd. You must go and watch because this is definitely an eye-opener. Thank you so much.